My name is Julia. The room was in chaos as every screen in the ballroom switched to the Bloomberg terminal feed. My father's confident speech died in his throat as his image was replaced by a bombshell revelation. Astra Investments unveiled. Asia's hidden titan. Julia Lee controls a $7.2 billion empire. Mystery investor behind major Asian mergers exposed. The silence was deafening at first, then shattered by the simultaneous buzzing of hundreds of phones. I calmly continued wiping the table in front of me, watching as my family and the so-called financial elite around me were thrown into disarray. It all started at my father's 70th birthday party at the Ritz-Carlton's Grand Ballroom. My father, Henry Lee, was a well-known figure in the Asian financial world, always full of himself and believing his success was unrivaled. My stepmother, Diana, was a shallow social climber who took every opportunity to belittle me. As the party was in full swing, Diana sneered at me. "Since you're good for nothing, here's a cleaning cloth. Help the staff." Little did they know that while I was pretending to be a cleaner in my $3,500 Armani shirt that looked like service staff attire, my investment firm, Astra Investments, had quietly become a colossal force in global finance. My sister, Lily, whispered to her banker husband, "Look at Julia, still pretending to be poor while living off Dad's money." The irony was rich. I hadn't touched my trust fund in years. Instead, I'd built Astra Investments from the ground up, amassing a $7.2 billion empire while they thought I was just wandering aimlessly. My phone buzzed with messages from my team. The Bloomberg article was ready, and all major networks were on standby for the 9 p.m. revelation. Through the floor to ceiling windows, the Hong Kong skyline sparkled, and each skyscraper housed companies that Astra Investments secretly controlled. My brother, Ryan, smirked as he passed by. "Still living in that shabby apartment? When you're ready for real work, I might have a low-level job for you." The shabby apartment was actually the penthouse of a building I owned, and the real work he offered was at a company whose major decisions were in the hands of Astra Investments. Diana kept ordering me around. "Julia, clean properly. You're embarrassing us even as a staff." She had no idea that the staff owned controlling stakes in half of the companies present at the party. As the time neared 9 p.m., the tension in the room was palpable. Ryan announced that Lee Holdings would make the largest acquisition in Asian financial history in an hour. But in exactly 60 minutes, my revelation would steal their thunder. Lily mocked my old-looking phone, thinking it was all I could afford on a cleaner's salary. In fact, it was a prototype of Astra Investments' proprietary trading system worth more than her annual bonus. The VIP table was filled with executives from companies I secretly controlled. I'd orchestrated their mergers, approved their strategies, and shaped their futures, all while they thought they were independent players in the Asian business scene. When the screens finally showed the truth about Astra Investments, Kevin stammered, "That's impossible. Julia's just a cleaner." I straightened up, putting down the cleaning cloth. "Am I a cleaner or the woman who owns most of the companies you're involved with?" The ballroom screens switched to live data feeds, revealing Astra Investments' true portfolio and the extensive list of companies we controlled. Everyone was in shock. Amanda's voice cracked. "We checked all major investors. Your firm wasn't listed." I replied calmly. "I didn't want it to be." Astra Investments operates through over 500 entities, including Lee Holdings' largest institutional investors. My father stumbled forward, his confidence vanishing. I confirmed that the Singapore merger they were announcing wouldn't happen because Astra Investments already owned controlling interests in both firms. David, my chief operating officer, emerged from the crowd and said, "With $7.2 billion, you're the most powerful private investor in Asia, and that's before our acquisition of Lee Holdings." The financial reporters quickly recovered from their shock and started broadcasting live. The Monetary Authority of Singapore requested an emergency meeting due to market stability concerns. Lily whispered, "All this time, while we were making fun of you cleaning tables." I said quietly, "I was building an empire." Every major market movement in Asia for the past 3 years was orchestrated by Astra Investments. Ryan made a last-ditch effort. The clients won't accept this. They trust Lee Holdings. I raised an eyebrow and projected data. Check your client list against Astor Investments subsidiaries. You've been working for me for years without knowing it. I announced that every Lee Holdings employee would have two options tomorrow: join Astor Investments with quadrupled compensation or accept a generous severance. Diana tried to play the family card. Julia, darling, let's discuss this as family. I turned to her coldly. Family? Like when you made me use the service entrance or served me cold leftovers? The next morning, I addressed the stunned room. Astor Investments begins its public phase. Lee Holdings will become a subsidiary with modernized strategies and a rebuilt culture. My father protested. You'll destroy everything I built. Irraplia, no, that. I'll improve what you couldn't even dream of. As my helicopter lifted off from the building's helipad, I looked down at the transformed skyline. Sometimes the person they make clean tables becomes the one who owns the building. I decided to keep the cleaning cloth as a reminder of how I'd built my empire while being underestimated. The rise of Astor Investments would reshape the landscape of Asian finance forever.